Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're brewing kombucha at home or even thinking about starting, this video is for you. In today's video, I'm sharing 7 essential tips every home brewer should know to make your kombucha taste amazing, stay consistent, and avoid the most common brewing mistakes. So grab your notebook, take notes, and let's get started. Tip number 1, the health of your SCOBY matters most. SCOBY is actually an acronym that stands for Symbiotic Culture of Bacteria and Yeast. This is what makes your sweet tea or your black tea actually ferment into kombucha. So think of it as if you're the heart in your body. If your heart is unhealthy, you're going to be unhealthy. If your SCOBY is unhealthy, your kombucha is also going to be unhealthy. Your SCOBY, it should be smooth. It should be like a beige or tan color, not be fuzzy or discolored. If you see any type of mold or black mold, you need to discard it immediately and start over. A healthy SCOBY means good bacteria and yeast, which gives you that perfect fizzy kombucha every time. Tip number 2, sugar is not the enemy. The SCOBY actually use the sugar as fuel, and during the fermentation process, the bacteria and the yeast actually feeds on the sugar and converts it into acids and probiotics. So even though when you're making your kombucha, you may think it's a lot of sugar, most of the sugar is eaten up by the SCOBY and it disappears by the end of the fermentation process. This is a tip that I actually didn't know. Tip number 3, temperature is everything. The ideal temperature for your kombucha to ferment is between 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 24 to 29 degrees Celsius. Your kombucha needs a warm and cozy place to actually ferment properly. If the environment is too cold, you risk having a weak or a flat kombucha, and if it's too hot, you can risk over fermenting your kombucha. Tip number 4, taste test, don't guess. I can admit I am so guilty of this. I do not taste my kombucha until the end process of fermenting it. So this tip is actually for me. Don't rely on the calendar. Use your taste buds. Most kombuchas can ferment between 5 to 7 days, depending on your environment. So around day 4 and day 5, start test tasting it to see if it's a good balance. If there is a good balance between sweet and tangy that you like or that you prefer. So I would even suggest maybe tasting it around day 4 or then tasting it again at day 5 and then day 6 and day 7. So you can find the right number of days that you need to allow your kombucha to ferment for the taste that you're looking for. So just some key things. If it's too sweet, let it ferment a day or 2 longer. If it's too tart, that means next time shorten your fermenting time. This is the one tip that can help you dial into that perfect kombucha flavor that you're looking for. Tip number 5, the second fermentation. This is where if you want the bubbly and flavored kombucha, this is where the magic happens during the second fermentation. This is where you will remove your SCOBY, you will add your kombucha and some sugar to each bottle, and then you will flavor your kombucha bottles however you like. Some of the flavors that I have tried, I have done ginger, which is one of my favorites. I have done ginger lemon. I have done a hibiscus berry. I have done a hibiscus berry lemonade. The flavors are endless. Just be creative. And then once you have bottled your kombucha, you've added the sugar, the kombucha, and then your flavoring, you want to let the bottles sit on your counter for another 1 to 3 days, depending on how much carbonation you're looking for. And again, just like in tip 4, where you had to taste test it, for this one, you don't actually taste it, but you do, like sometimes you do want to test the number of days you need to allow it to carbonate, because someday if you let it go too long, it's going to overcarbonate and explode on you. And if you let it go too short, it'll be carbonated, but maybe not as much as you like. So this is one of those where you can let it carbonate between 1 to 3 days, and then just kind of maybe do 3 bottles and taste it after 1 day, taste it after the 2nd day, and then taste it after the 3rd day. And then you can kind of gauge it and see if you need to allow it to go longer or shorter, depending on your preference. Tip number 6, cleanliness equals consistency. A dirty jar or a dirty spoon could ruin your batch fast. So make sure you always use clean, non-metal utensils, jars, glass jars, and you want to use hot water and vinegar to rinse and clean all of your utensils that you use to make your kombucha. This simple step keeps your culture healthy and your batch consistent. Tip number 7, keep a kombucha log. Write down your batch details, the tea type, the amount of sugar you use, the start date, the end date, any flavors you used, the number of days you allowed it to carbonate, the number of days you allowed it to ferment. These are all the things that you want to keep a log of, because each time you make it, you'll learn something different. And that way you can make little tweaks to eventually get to your perfect kombucha. As you're writing in your kombucha log, you'll start to notice patterns and find the best environment for your kombucha. And that's how you go from brewing kombucha to mastering your craft. And there you have it, 7 essential tips every homebrewer should know before making your next batch. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more brewing tips, and let me know in the comments what is your favorite flavor combo. Happy brewing, friends, and may all your kombucha be fizzy and delicious. Thanks for watching. See you next time.